We show off through the dresses that we wear, through the houses that we live in. The identity problem could be with their spouse. There is a woman who could have no problem with her identity issues. She could be very happy the way she is, but her husband might have a identity issue or identification crisis, and then they would like to cover up this identity crisis by getting money and by getting everything by hook or by crook so that they could show off and tell the world about it. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to talk about a topic which is prevailing in our society. I think it has been there for a while. But why I want to talk about it is because it has kind of taken over the basic value system of human standards. And what I want to talk about is called showing off. So how do people show off, for example? This showing off is a big industry, I would say. We show off through the dresses that we wear, through the houses that we live in. People can show off with the cell phones that they carry. So everything can be used as a show off. I'm not saying that all those who have high quality, expensive stuff, they are doing it to show off. No. What I'm going to say is that what are the tools that are available with people to show off? And it's such an interesting psychology that those people who do not have any worldly material resources to show off, then they use some other resources and tools to show off to the rest of their fellow people. For example, you find youngsters, they are doing crazy stuff. They are having dangerous driving on road, like maybe one-wheeling. They would do activities that draw attention from everyone. The showing off also happens in various family arrangements where people would like to spend more and more on their weddings or on their functions, even though they do not have enough, but just to make sure that they show off. What's the psychology behind this? Actually, it can be explained with various theories, but one of my favorite theories is Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And Abraham Maslow, he says that one of the top needs of humans is self-actualization. And they really want to know that where they stand, where they are at a very moment in their life, with respect to the rest of the society, of course. And this self-actualization can be connected with various things. If the self-actualization is connected to things like material, to things like wealth, to things like more of identity, fame, then be it. So when we connect especially when children are young, when they are connected with their self-actualization, with personality traits like being hardworking, being honest, being good in academics, for example, or being good in sports, in any kind of sports, or being good in something that ultimately very intelligently connects to their subsequent success in life, be it health, be it academics, be it their intelligence, be it their hard work, be it their memory functions, anything. So when the connection, or being morality, of course, that includes their honesty, their ability to help other people, their ability to stand on their words and stand to their commitments, their ability to remain responsible for what they say and do in their lives. And when this kind of self-actualization is connected, to these kind of traits, then we have seen that such youngsters, when they grow up, they really shy away and save a lot of energy, save a lot of their money and a lot of their hard-earned wealth by focusing more or by channelizing all those physical resources in a more constructive, useful, and motivating ways, instead of wasting it behind one-digit number cars or brands or something that is totally materialistic and doesn't bring any sense to success, for example. Now again, I'm not saying that people who have got these resources are doing something wrong, not at all. But the very intent behind why we do own something, why we do take something out, why we display something out, the very intent behind it is what? If it is to satisfy the need of identity, if it is to satisfy the need of being better than others while a person thinks that they are not otherwise, then that needs to be that needs to be worked upon. Even that's not the ultimate no, because even if we are standing somewhere in our life where we have been a victim of this kind of feelings or paradigms that we have been trying to strive to have these things, it's never too late to change. There's one more thing that I would like to highlight here, is that we are not generally driven by these desires alone. We come with a set of people around us. There are people who would be pushed into materialistic gains because the identity problem is not with them, so to say. The identity problem could be with their spouse. There is a woman who could have no problem with her identity issues. She could be very happy the way she is, but her husband might have a identity issue or identification crisis, and then they would like to cover up this identity crisis by getting money and by getting everything by hook or by crook, so that they could show off and tell the world about their success. Unfortunately, that's viral. It's something that goes into the children, and it's a shame that while we put our children in the best possible schools, but the energy that they are getting from the overall equation of life from their home and school combined is not taking them to the right railway station where they find the correct type of tracks to follow, and they follow the tracks that are only based on material. The last thing I would like to mention here is that if we find that our children or our loved ones or even we ourselves are being driven through this, then it's very important that those people who really have these needs are people who have a lot of room for themselves to cover, and that room can be only fulfilled by appreciating them, by giving them unconditional positive regard, by glorifying the goodness in them, by letting them know that they are much better than what they actually think. Because if we criticize them for what they do materialistically, it is not going to help them, because it will further put them into that identity issue. So the best thing to overcome this dilemma is to appreciate, to give more closeness and to give more support, and if they are children, to let them feel that the discussions and the drawing room or dining table while you're sitting having food together, the stories, humans are very, very, very strong storytellers, and we like stories. So the stories have to be related to character, to bravery, to honesty, to responsibility, And these stories have models available in the modern world also, if you don't really want to bring those characters from the past, and you will find enough of them. The only trap is that we are pitched against a very big corporate world of media, which definitely wants to promote more material because it has its own economical sense and agenda. But it's how the world is all going around, and we can't say what's right or wrong. But what we can really add here is that we add our bit to that part of it, handle it scientifically, have more discussion about these things. And while parents have discussions in front of their children, the discussion should base on how you value the actual human qualities instead of only the material things, because that's probably will not take us anywhere. Thank you very much.